Okay, so I'm wondering if it's gonna pick me up talking. I sure hope it does. Is it picking me up? Am I talking right now? Hello? Because I'm not hearing myself. There I am. Okay. I wasn't hearing myself on the actual thing. You should see my setup. I'm literally in the living room and I have my light just cast over me on the couch. Just text me and let me know, because I can't get to, my computer's too far away for me to be able to chat like on the thing, but I can talk to you this way. So can you still hear me? I probably shouldn't. I'll just call you. I don't know if you're hearing me now. Hey, can you still hear me on the thing?
I still hear you.
Okay, because it's just not, I can't hear it, and my computer's too far away, it can't reach me, because it's plugged into all the stuff, so I can't really chat. So, I'm just gonna do it that way. Okay. But you can see it, is it like glitchy and acting stupid when you watch it, or? Okay, cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna shut up, I'll hang up now. Okay. Alright, love you, bye. Okay. Little update. Let me see if it'll let me go down. Okay, good. So, I'm gonna let it go down so that you can know what's going on. I'm tempted to just... I gotta... Let me let's start over, babe. I don't wanna. Yeah, here we go. There we go. We'll make a new game. That way you can start from the very beginning and see it from here. It's really a good game, Ev. Just text me since my phone's on me. Just let me know if it sounds good, you can hear it. It's too loud, if it's like clipping and you can't. It's like, it's not really bad. Is it creepy or totally normal, this guy? I'm gonna say it's creepy. It's kind of creepy. I'm excited. I'm so excited I get to stream the Switch. This is all, I've been wanting you to be able to watch the game so much. But you gotta pay attention, or you won't know what's going on. Okay? Sorry, I had to get some water. Okay. It sounds good. No bad stuff. Okay, you gotta pay attention. I had to get me some water, but I'm on it now. Okay, that's good. Would you say that it's totally creepy? Skywalking, completely and utterly warm. It's so cool. I love it's the game is, of course, it's animated kind of 2D game, so left to right type deal. But I think the artwork is so cool. It's very creative, and it's eerie. Oh, it's so much fun. I love this story. When I say, Evan, when I say like it kept me up at night, I would play for hours. Get this lined up. Let's see. Here. Put it right up here. I hate it. Almost there. Let's got it straight. Got it. Alright. I love it because it just opens up like this. No idea what's going on. Now, I'm going to try something. I want you to let me know if the audio goes away for a split second. I'm hoping it doesn't.
What? Who? Oh, I must have dozed off. Perhaps we need a spot of tea to wake us up.
Can you still hear that?
What do you say, Rufus? Yes, quite
I did
right.
it on my computer.
Better
so
get
that I
back
can
to
hear it on
work.
the TV way better.
This book won't write itself. Maybe I should start somewhere easier.
Looks like
I'll
it's
come
working.
back to the prologue later.
Oh, I'm excited.
The sun rose over another perfect day in picturesque Arthurton. To the casual observer, Arthurton seemed like any other small, quiet town. It was nestled in a valley between two mountains, lined by lustrous forests, and perched on the edge of a pristine lake. It had a main street with all the essentials, including a place to sip coffee. It had schools, a college, a church, and a police station. It even had a museum no one ever visited. It was the kind of place you might find
Agatha
anywhere on your
Christie's,
travels.
like Agatha Christie.
Typical, maybe even forgettable.
What's her called? The books, all the mystery crime thrillers. Agatha
But there was
Christie's.
one thing in Arthurton that was unlike any other town in the whole world.
There's
Actually,
Jenny.
it was a girl. Her name was Jenny LeClue, and she was the world's
It's funny.
greatest
This was an
detective.
Apple Arcade game at first. And it's when Apple came out with Apple Arcade and they were trying to push games on the phone. This was like one of their signature games that they were pushing.
Oh, hello, Glenda.
And that's how I found out about it.
Yes, he said he might ring. Okay, patch me through then. Richard?
I want to get through all the formalities.
Yes,
I know
I
it's
got
getting
it.
late, but I just want to get through all
I
this
did.
and like
And my answer
try
is
to speed
no.
through so that you can get to the gist of the story,
I
so that you would
understand
know
that,
where I
but-
was when you first saw me getting on the
Well,
game.
yes, of
And I'm in
course,
that
but...
attic.
No. Nothing is settled. I'm not going to do it. It
So I'll
goes
try to
against
speed through all
everything
this
my
stuff.
books stand for. No, not yet. But if I could just... Please, listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, so it kind of goes back and forth between the narrator talking and the actual gameplay. So anyway, he's got on the phone. We're gonna find out what's going on. So you can see it says letter to Finkel fans draft. Well, it's me again, Arthur K. Finkelstein, and here we are at book 38 of Jenny LeClue series, most joyful adventure yet. Thank you to all the Jenny LeClue fans out there. You have both been incredibly and supportive. To answer your questions, despite any rumors you may have heard, of course, the Jenny books will continue as long as there's ink in my pen and ribbon in my typewriter. Yes, will be more of the same. I refuse to change my formula. Arthurton will always be a safe and happy place. And these are just his fans. As you can see, his books aren't doing too hot. Here's just the writing of what he just was saying, narrating. We got a little sticker here. Care less about that. I hate all that crap. I don't care. It's literally... I mean, it's cool, but it's not cool. Okay. There's another sticker there. Let me grab it. But these are just little interactive things, nothing crazy. But let's get to the letter. This is the gist of everything going on. So it says, Dear... We can zoom in. It says, Dear Arthur... Hope all is well. Afraid I've got some bad news, old chum. There's no easy way to say it, so I've attached the latest book sales numbers. As you can see, copies in the thousands, entry in series, it's just dropped astronomically. Nowadays, young readers want more mystery and danger. You're losing them with Jenny's increasingly timid and repetitive adventures. One bit of good news, it's too late for the stores to cancel their orders for the next book. So we're going to give you one last go and see if you can breathe some life into the old girl. We want you to try a proper murder mystery. Start killing off people. Add some drama. The bottom line is, if you don't step it up, I'm afraid it's a case of Jenny and the last hurrah. And then obviously it's showing that the Arthur guy is circling one last go. A proper murder mystery. Step it up. I'm not a murderer, because he doesn't want to do that. Because it goes against who he is as a person. Then it says right here, and positive news, someone from a real newspaper finally reviewed your last book, including The Missing Marmalade Sandwich, 38th book of the series, which very much past its prime. One collection of mystery stories cherished by children all over the world. Jenny LeClue has taken a nosedive in mediocrity. Basically just tells me he sucks. Arthur is how trash keeps getting published. This reader nearly died of boredom. On a positive note, the book makes a great doorstop. Wouldn't know a good story if you put it on the rump. I took the worst bits out. I imagine all this might come as a bit of a shock, but we've got to move on with the times. Throw in a murder or two, a dash of real tragedy, and who knows, maybe you've got one great story left in you. I'll ring you later to discuss. Sorry about your career. Chin up, though, eh? Richard Inkwell. P.S. Squash next week. At least you'll have some time to work on that backhand soon. So, that is the gist of what's going on in the story. So, let's see. And here we go. Here goes this.
You don't understand what you're asking for. You want me to turn Jenny's world upside down? Kill off my characters and destroy everything I've built over the last 30 years? Fine. I'll give you what you want. But I warn you, I'm a stream of consciousness writer, and you have unleashed my fury. Good day, sir. Boring? Predictable? Pah! Well, if it's murder they want, it's murder they'll get.
I wish I could see your face. Oh, it's so good, though. The story gets so good. Like I said, I'm trying to read through some of this stuff. I just don't want
It
to.
should have been another perfect day in Arthurton. But today was different. And nothing would ever be the same again. To begin with, Jenny LeClue was dead.
It does have some eerie stuff.
Her skin was pale, her eyes glassy and frozen. What cruel fate had befallen our beloved detective?
I'll say this.
Never move the
Not
victim.
trying to spoil things, but the
Mrs.
game
LeClue,
ended.
she's doing it again.
The first game ends on like a major
Jenny LeClue,
cliffhanger. and
you
it
are a
left
dead
me
body.
Like, what
Dead
the
bodies
heck?
don't talk.
And that was back in like 2019, 2020 when I played it. So they were supposed to be making a second one, and I'm like, bro, please come out because
But
it
he's
left
doing
it like
it wrong.
I don't even know.
As wonderful as
Like,
it
I
would
was
be
like,
if all
what
cadavers
am I
were so
supposed to believe
talkative,
now?
we must deduce the cause of death without their help. With only the evidence laid before us,
Now, we're gonna
we
try to
build a
speed through this
picture
part,
from the
'cause I wanna
fragments
get you
left
to the gist of the
behind.
thing, 'cause I know it's late,
We collect
and I'll
clues,
stream it tomorrow
interpret
night
the
for
data,
sure.
and solve our puzzle one piece at a time,
I wanna
until it
get to the
feels that the
murder.
victim is speaking to us. But Jenny is right, Jonathan. You mustn't disturb the crime scene. Vital evidence could be lost.
Sorry, Mrs. LeClue.
Okay, you've all had a chance to study the
Really?
body? Who can
Albert.
postulate how she met her demise?
Ooh, me? I think it was an accident.
Yeah, she obviously wasn't looking where she was going
So she slipped on the wet floor,
and cracked her head open. Like an egg.
and then she bled to death.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, there's a giant pool of blood around her head.
Yeah, I know. I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
Actually, you're both wrong.
What?
It was cold-blooded murder.
Murder?
Don't be ridiculous.
Where's the murder weapon?
There's no evidence anyone else was even here.
Oh, yes, there is. It was murder. And I can prove it.
And I can prove it. All right. First one, first one.
Jenny had read all the books. She'd absorbed all her mother's teachings. But there was nothing quite like getting your hands dirty.
I'll ask you a
How many
question
people
just so
get the
that you
chance to
can
solve their
interact
own
with
murder?
me.
The
Okay.
first step in any good deduction was collecting evidence. Seemingly insignificant details
wait,
could
I'll wait
provide a
and finish
vital
talking.
piece of the puzzle.
First, I'll search the crime scene for clues.
Then she'd analyze the data. And finally,
Deduce the real cause of death.
Okay. So, number one, you tell me, text me and let me know. What do you think? What do you think off the top of your head could be potentially how she died? Looking at all of said clues. I'm gonna grab the sticker while you text me. Any idea? Of course. She was poisoned. But this is where it gets fun. So we can obviously tell, I mean, they highlight the green on the mouth and all these things. So.
The victim has a green smudge on her lips. It's not lipstick.
So we have this. We'll go over to the cup just so because.
What a waste of perfectly good coffee.
Jenny's love for coffee was almost as strong as her passion for crime
This one's
solving.
pretty like straightforward, easy. Some
Chalky
of the
green
puzzles are
residue
like,
on the rim.
as we go, there's a lot more.
Smells like burnt matches.
Deduce, or I guess is what you'd say. But I love it because it's like a book too. It's, as he talks.
Jenny's blue sweater was scruffy and quite uncomfortable, but her grandmother had knitted it, and so it was her favorite. The more it itched, the closer she felt to her.
Like, I would like to be able to write a book and make it interactive like this, like for a crime mystery, where you could play my book. I think that'd be cool.
Approximately 8 sizes too big and covered in mud.
So you say poison, right? You think she died of poison because of what you've seen just on these two things, right?
It wasn't Jenny's style to wear accessories, but this hair clip was the exception. Its function as a lockpick had saved Jenny from a long night trapped in her school locker. She'd worn it ever since.
All right.
Without her trusty bifocals, Jenny couldn't see the nose in front of her face. They were her window to the world and the lens through which she focused her keen detective vision.
Okay. Right,
There's no doubt the victim lost a lot of blood.
All right, one more clue. I'm gonna see which one. Oh, the water.
The floor is wet and slippery, but also immaculately clean. I've seen enough. Time to wrap this case up.
All right.
Jenny was a meticulous record keeper,
So you
noting
tell
every
me,
relevant
Ev, I'll
clue
let
in her
you
trusty
click.
journal. A great detective
I'm
knew that
Dora.
solving a mystery was simply a matter of connecting the dots.
So you tell
I'm
me.
certain this wasn't a mere accident. Now I just need to prove it. How do I know the victim didn't slip?
It's funny because there's a little bit of a. It's not a lag like bad thing. It's a delay. For me, so I'm like, I think probably almost 20 seconds ahead of you as I'm playing. So I have to wait for you to catch up. So, how do I know the victim didn't slip? I'm gonna let you tell me. I gotta click two things, right? How do I know the victim didn't slip? Is it because of the wet floor, the glasses, the boots, the sweater, or the pool of blood? The glasses? Okay. All right, and then what's the other one that you would say? How do you know the victim didn't slip? Sweater, wet floor, the floor is wet and squeaky clean, not a mark on it. You said glasses, the victim is wearing thick rimmed glasses with a strong prescription. Boots, the victim is wearing giant muddy boots. Sweater, the sweater is old and looks itchy. Or pool of blood, the victim is lying in a fresh pool of sticky blood. What's your second pick? And the boots, all right. Make a deduction.
No, that's not it.
It's not
I'm
it.
missing something.
Not it, babe. Now what? Now what do you do? Big detective here, huh? What's your next choice? How do I know the victim didn't slip? Let's look at it again. The victim's wearing thick rimmed glasses with a strong prescription. The boots, the victim's wearing giant muddy boots. There's a pool of blood in the sweater. Okay, wet floor. And then what's the second one? Because the floor is wet and squeaky clean, not a mark on it. So how would she know that the victim didn't slip? You had the first one right, wet floor, for sure. Because it's the floor is wet and squeaky clean, not a mark on it. So how would she be able to deduce that she didn't slip? No, not to pull a boy, Paige. Think about it. If the floor is not wet, I mean, if the floor is wet, squeaky clean, but she's wearing a certain thing that happens to be what? Very dirty. It's the boots. Because the boots are giant muddy boots, but the floor is wet and there's no but it's clean. So she hasn't been walking around in the water.
The victim's boots are filthy.
See,
They should have left big muddy footprints on the floor. So where are they? Either someone washed away her footprints, or she was carried here.
you were close.
Okay, that
though.
proves she didn't slip. So how did she actually die?
So how did she actually die? Now you had this
What was
one,
the
right?
real cause of death?
Obviously, I'm not gonna even. I know it. You know it. No coffee left, just a chalky green residue. It smells of almonds, and of course, the victim's lips are dry and crusty and stained green. So we're gonna go with that. Just speed through this bad boy. You were close, Ab, though.
There's a green residue in the bottom of the victim's coffee cup. It smells of burnt matches. Phosphorus. Also found in common garden fertilizer.
Okay. Keep going.
The same green mark is on the victim's lips. Her coffee was spiked with fertilizer. Someone clearly wanted her dead. Ah, the case
go.
of the dead lab assistant. Gone before her time. Was it poison? Yes. A blow to the head? Yes. An accident? Certainly not. No footprints in an unshattered mug? She was killed somewhere else and carried here. This is the story of a scorned ex-lover,
Jenny?
the gardener, enacting his revenge.
Jenny!
A deadly brew of fertilizer and caffeine coursing through the veins.
That's quite enough, thank you.
What happens to the gardener?
Is this gonna be on the test?
It's just gonna be on the test.
Remember, class, even the smartest criminals make mistakes. This is how we catch a killer.
But what's
Now,
the point of all
normally,
this?
after this part,
Yeah,
you
there
kinda
hasn't
walk
been a
around,
murder
look
in
at the
Arthurton in
classroom,
years.
But I'm gonna
Every
skip ahead,
town has a dark
just so
side,
that I can
even
get to. I
Arthurton.
want to get to the actual
By
like
doubting,
murder thing
we are
'cause
led
it's
to
getting
question.
late, and I don't want
And by
to.
questioning, we arrive at the truth.
We have like there's two like little
Okay, that's all for
minor
today.
things we
Don't
still have to
forget, next
solve.
class is our field trip to the morgue.
and then we get to
So
get
have a
to
light
the
lunch.
actual murder thing. So I'm trying to move as quick as I can.
The students need to think
But
for
it's so much
themselves,
fun.
Jenny. That's why they're here at Gumboldt. To learn.
Because right now
I
it's
just
all
figured we all had
happy-go-lucky.
places to go.
This is how the author
Speaking of
is.
which-
All of his
And where are you off to, young lady?
crimes are super
I'm a dead
easy
body
and
mom, remember? Dead bodies don't tell.
kind of
See ya.
cheesy, and that's why his books were failing.
Wait, before you go, I have something for you.
Cool. What is it?
But man,
If
does
I
it
told you,
change.
that would
There's-
spoil the fun,
He
wouldn't
shifts
it?
his tone, and it gets
The
good.
LeClues didn't simply hand each other presents, they hid them. It was a family tradition, and Jenny had developed a sixth sense for finding them. With her trusty magnifying glass at her side, nothing eluded her.
What you thinking of the game so far? I'm gonna go ahead and skip right on over here. This stuff's lame to me. It's a journal.
A new journal.
To Jenny, there was nothing better than the aroma of a fresh leather notebook. It smelled like mystery. Without missing a beat, she did what any detective worth their salt would do. She decorated it.
I'm just putting this on there. I'm not doing all this decorating crap. I don't care.
A new journal meant new adventures. She imagined all the thrilling cases that would soon fill its pages. And on the first page, her mother had written an inscription.
A great detective never
like
gives
it?
up. Love, Mom.
Okay, yeah, so her mom is a detective as well, and has solved a lot of crimes. Oh yeah, I could see you playing this. It's fun. Yeah, her mom was a detective as well, and so she's learned everything from her mom. Now her mom teaches.
I
this
love
kind of
it.
stuff.
Thanks, Mom.
Jenny, I wanted to talk about, to say,
Somewhere in the
Fuckers.
back of Jenny's highly caffeinated
This is when
brain,
it
an
starts to
alarm
get
bell
kind of
was
interesting
ringing.
because it's
Her mum was hesitating. What could be causing her to act so out of character?
Crossed arms, furrowed brow.
Jenny saw it coming from a mile away. Her mother was about to get
Emotional. I really gotta go.
her mom's
No,
acting
Jenny,
kind of
wait.
strange.
I need your help.
What? Really?
Jenny couldn't believe her ears. It was extremely unusual for her mother to ask for help. It must be something very important. Tracing the steps of a deranged killer? A cold case that only someone with Jenny's expertise could solve?
I've misplaced the students' essays on decapitation. See if you can find them for me before you leave. I have to run.
Okay. This is when
Wow,
normally
the
you
case of
walk,
the
like I said,
misplaced
we walk
papers.
around
Are you sure you want
the
to trust me with
classroom
such
and
a
they get you to
complex
kind
task?
of interact with certain things.
I
but
have no doubt
to
you'll
speed
be
the
able to
story
find
along,
them.
I'm
They're
gonna
around here somewhere.
bypass all that because I could care less.
Jenny was
it's
unsure
really
if her mother
nothing
was unable to
important to the
detect
story.
sarcasm or just really good at ignoring it.
Help, Mom.
Okay, Mom. I'll find them before I leave. On one condition.
Yes?
You have to let me help grade them.
One of Jenny's favorite pastimes was grading papers. Nothing pleased her more than giving a big shiny F to an overconfident student.
Don't push your luck.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
Yes.
the art
Find the
style
papers and go straight home.
Because like,
But I'm
it's
eating
like
Keith tonight.
No buts.
simple
remember?
animation, but in the
Oh,
sense
I'm
that
sorry.
it's still
Maybe I'm still feeling
I
the
don't
effects
know.
of being poisoned for your class.
well
Well
thought
then,
out. And
I have a
well
perfect
drawn out
antidote.
and everything.
You're staying with your cousin this weekend,
least for me,
and
that
you
is.
still need to pack.
This again.
And I feel like I could make this.
Look,
like you could
I
make this
considered
whole
your offer,
game.
Mom, and I'm going to have to
on,
decline.
It's one of the Adobe
I'm old enough to
softwares.
take care of myself.
I'll be back late
Like
tonight.
it's simple
There's
animation.
meatloaf in the
Just
fridge.
make the arms. Like you can see the pieces, the arms. Question mark.
So you don't trust me to take care of myself this weekend, but you do trust me to fix dinner and not burn the house down?
Jenny LeClue, it's been a difficult week. Could you please just do what you're told for once and stop asking questions?
Fine.
And try to stay out of trouble.
When do I ever get into trouble?
Alright. Let's
All right,
just go
let's
find
find these
paper.
papers and get out of here.
That's nice. Right on over here. Right here. Okay.
Becoming a great detective took more than book smarts. You needed real-life experience. And Jenny was always on the lookout for a chance to get her hands dirty.
Alright, so let me see if there's anything besides that I can care less. Okay, so I'll read this out just because this is kind of, it's not like important, but it's just what a detective is. So a great detective always, this is what her mom was teaching, always thinks like a killer, trusts their instincts, follows the evidence, turns in their report on time, essays on decapitation due next week, okay? And knows when to ask for help. But a great detective never makes it personal. So all this is going to be foreshadowing some things, but never makes it personal, never reveals their hand too soon, never leaves their coffee unattended, never ever, never makes assumptions, and yeah, that's it. So, but it always thinks like a killer, always trusts their instincts, always follows evidence, always turns the reports in on time, knows when to ask for help. Okay. I know the thing's right there. Pick up that scrap.
Please do not touch. Someone must be running an experiment. Gross. Pretty soon it's gonna sprout legs.
See if it's gonna let me move this thing, because it's right here is where we gotta go. This paper's under the... I'm pointing as if you can see me. It's under the Great Detective sign. See the paper? But I guess it wants me to go over here, so let me see. Maybe it does want me to.
Looking rather trim today, Ethan. New diet? What's the matter? Lost your funny bone?
One of Jenny's earliest memories was making raspberry jam with her mum.
It's the perfect substitute for blood in class demonstrations. And better tasting than the pig's blood the textbook recommends.
Yeah, you see the thing? So I'm seeing if it's gonna let me, maybe it's a magnifying glass. Come on. Like, I know it's right there. Stupid me. I could've did it the whole time. My bad, I'm sorry.
It's one of the students' term papers. You can tell by the terrible handwriting and erroneous conclusions. Mom must have put them behind the
You think
chalkboard.
I'd remember to do that? I just played this not that long ago. Okay, now I just gotta push this right here. Here's all the papers. And we can get out of here.
Found you. Time to get out of here.
Alright, now let's get the heck out of here. We'll go to the
Jenny
next...
looked around the room one last time. Was she ready to leave?
Yes, leave. Heck darn out of here, brother. Let's get to the actual gameplay here. Because when the crime actually takes place is when...
Okay, so she wasn't
it's when
really
it starts
dead.
getting kind of that
That would
eerie,
be
scary,
silly.
and it's
No,
like...
Jenny was alive and
you don't know what
well
to
and ready
believe.
for another perfect day in Arthurton.
Alright. Here we go, baby. It's gonna get so good. Okay. I just lost my remote. Where's my remote? Okay. You ready? Now, I want to see... I can go left. I'm just gonna make that cat sound. But it really doesn't do anything for me.
What the?
But I better do it because it does kind of inform some things about what's going
What
on
a
in town.
mess.
And maybe
I should
it might make me
investigate.
do it. So I'll do it. Must be through this. Well, let's do it real quick. La 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 la. There we go.
Jenny had an instinct for sorting treasure from trash. To the untrained eye, this was just a discarded piece of an old postcard. But to Jenny, it was a mystery waiting to be solved.
I should keep my eyes open for any other pieces.
Alright. Now. How's that postcard? Alright, now. I'm gonna read this real quick.
The notice board was awash with flyers, personal ads, and the occasional piece of gum.
I'm amazed anyone can
'Cause
find
this is
anything
gonna
on
kind of
here.
tell you what's going on
Fortunately,
in the town.
Jenny had a useful trick to use in a
That-
situation like this.
The people just
Mom
think
always
it's
says,
coincidence,
a
but
great
there's obviously
detective
something
eliminates
more
the
going on.
noise. Focus on the details, and you'll find clarity in the chaos.
Public Fun Tuesday, missing cat answers to Trevor.
I wonder if anyone else reads this junk. Hold on. What's this?
Town notice curfew.
Oh,
Stay safe.
no.
Stay
They've
indoors.
extended curfew hours again.
9 p.m. to sunrise.
9 p.m. to sunrise? That's ridiculous.
So you have to stay
Not
indoors
necessary.
from 9
Power
to
outages
sunrise.
had become a regular occurrence in town. It was dangerous to be wandering around after dark.
It won't be long before we need a permit to go out at all.
Interesting. Everybody has to go in and go to bed at 9 o'clock. Can't go out. Interesting. Not in any way, shape, or form. You know, just eerie or anything. Why would they make you go to bed at 9? Get that little sticker. Nothing shady going on here. Please pardon our mess while we improve your power grid. During this period, you may experience the minor inconvenience of daily blackouts. That's also a good thing, too. So, let's do that. Let's get over here real quick. I might get mesh. Like this dude real quick.
Hey, you!
I wish I could skip certain dialogue.
Oh, hi there.
What are you doing back there?
Well, I was pruning, but then I discovered the cerulean bugberry bush.
Discovered? These bushes are all over Arthurton.
Actually, this is an incredibly rare bloom.
There's nothing rare about Arthurton.
I beg to differ. Arthurton has many beautiful and exotic plants.
I'm not interested.
Looks like a regular old bush to me.
Wow. Some people just don't appreciate the wonders right in front of them. I guess that's why I'm one of the lucky few working in Dean Strasberry's greenhouse. Anyway, I should get back to work.
I can't remember
I
his
want everything to be
character. I'm
perfect
sure
for
he
the Dean's retirement
comes
celebration.
Back into the story. I just can't remember. I'm sure he does. They wouldn't just have him there for nothing, but okay. Alright, we love you, Dean Strasberry. So there's a big party going on for the Dean. Bonfire celebration Saturday.
Signs and decorations adorned the entire campus.
A party to celebrate the Dean's impending retirement.
He's about to retire. Talk to the workmen. I'll just let you know, they're trying to move this here deal and struggling. I'm just gonna pass it up. Times it.
Hello, Mr. Strasberry. How are you today?
This is Lee Strasberry.
A jolly gentleman.
Well,
The
it's
Dean
like
was
Santa
often
Claus.
seen shaking hands and kissing babies around
I
town.
just read that. I
He's
didn't read
also
that
Mom's
last time.
boss.
But more than that, he was her loyal friend.
What do you think, Jenny?
The Dean had dedicated his life to Gumboldt, and the townspeople had spared no expense in their tribute to him.
Quite a striking resemblance, Mr. Strasberry.
It's a scary thing, Jenny. Retirement.
Great excuse for a party, though. What will you do when you're no longer the Dean?
I've been trying not to think about it.
This place won't be the same without you.
Things change, Jenny. Time marches on, and we must do our best to adapt. It's going to be difficult, but I'm sure we will get through it.
What do you mean, we?
Who's gonna
Do
get-
you think they made my belly too big?
Ooh, do I think they made his belly too big? Let's be nice.
It's probably just a perspective, Mr. Strasberry.
You are a clever one,
Alright,
Jenny
I'm gonna need your
LeClue.
help right here, Ev.
Speaking of which, have you been practicing your detective skills?
Here we go, another round
Have
for you.
I? Of course.
you ready?
Always.
Well then, I have a challenge for you.
Are you
I
ready?
bet you
Are
can't
ready?
guess what I
Are
ate
you
for
ready?
breakfast.
At last, a real challenge for Jenny. A fiendishly difficult puzzle that would take all her wits to solve.
Well, okay. Anything for you, Mr. Strasberry.
Oh, how wonderful.
But first, I need to ask you a few questions.
Okay, here we go. Interrogation of Dean Strasberry. 8 clues to find. Alright, so I'm just gonna go through this. That's not a clue, that's just the stupid gallery piece. Okay, let's see. Okay, he has powder, dandruff, no hair, sugar.
It can't be dandruff. He has no hair. I have a hunch it's powdered sugar.
Okay, so that's one. Next.
The Dean was a big fan of the Gumboldt moonbeams, and not just because his son was a prominent figure on the team.
Well, a bench warmer
See,
anyway.
this one, it's like a lighthearted one. They have one more like lighthearted casing, and then it's like boom. All of a sudden, it's a major shift. And I click it. Oh, my bad. Okay. Obviously, there's a spoon here. And something else. Spoon. Forgetful under stress.
Looks like he accidentally put a spoon in his pocket instead of his pen. It's got a coffee stain on it.
Okay. Almost done finding the clues so that you can deduce what you think he had for
A thick
breakfast.
bundle of note cards poked out of the Dean's pocket.
What's he keeping so close to his chest? You've been making a lot of notes, Mr. Stroudsbury.
Oh, I was intending to make a speech on Saturday.
Why have you scratched out so much of
I'll
it?
get to the murder.
Your mother
and then
suggested
I
I
will,
keep it short.
Once the
And
murder
quite
happens,
right,
then,
too. I must have
all of that,
rewritten it
I'll end
20
my stream.
times by now. I just can't seem to find
So we
the
can go to
right
bed and all that.
words.
But now that I can stream, I'm excited because I'll be able to. I'll stream the game for you to watch. Make it more fun for me to play too. Especially knowing you're watching with me. It makes it more fun.
The Dean didn't button his shirt properly. It looks like a bloodstain, but the seeds indicate otherwise.
Okay. We're very close. Let me see. Get through this.
His watch is slow. That's unlike the
And I'll
Dean.
start my stream
He's
a lot
usually very
earlier next
punctual.
time, obviously.
Your watch is 45
so
minutes
that
slow.
way We're not up.
Is
too
it?
late.
Oh my. That explains why there was no cheesecake left in the cafeteria. My head's not screwed on today. Thank goodness you noticed, or I'd be late for my meeting with your mother.
Oh, really? She didn't mention anything to me.
Oh,
the meeting.
Well, of course she wouldn't. It's nothing important.
Why are you meeting then?
It's just, she's helping me finalize my plans for,
Your party?
yes, that's it. My retirement party. Thank you.
Are you okay, Mr. Stroudsbury?
Of course. Now let me just fix my watch before I forget.
It's funny because I've played and beat the game, but I played and beat it like, man, that was,
Now,
like I said,
where were
I think
we?
it was 2020. So I don't remember the majority of the stuff. Okay, 2 more clues. I wish I could skip some of this. Yeah, come on.
Ipsa scientia potestas est. Looks like Latin. Your ring sure looks old.
It was made for my grandfather. He passed it down to my father, who passed it down to me. And when the time comes, I'll pass it on to my son.
The Stroudsbury family had
more
been champions of
clue, and
education
then we'll
for
be able to let you
generations.
deduce.
What does the inscription mean?
Knowledge
What do you
itself
think it
is
is that he
power.
had for breakfast? Just off
The
top of your
inquisitive
head?
spirit is a mighty thing, Jenny. And nothing is as important as the truth.
What you think? What
For
you
the
think?
Dean,
What you
being
think?
covered in plant life was not unusual. His work as a botanist was renowned.
Looks like you're carrying some extra baggage today, Mr. Stroudsbury.
Well, I do have a lot on my mind.
I was referring to your legs.
Oh, thank you. I have been doing my daily calisthenics.
No, I mean the sticky stuff on your pants.
What else?
What? Oh! Hitchhikers. I've been working on a new orchid hybrid in my greenhouse. They're beautiful, but the leaves are quite clingy. I will say, I am looking forward to spending more time in the dirt.
Here we go.
So,
Let's deduce.
what do you think, Jenny? Can you guess what I had for breakfast?
Sure, Mr. Stroudsbury. I've got everything I need to solve this mystery.
It's Evie LeClue. All right, Ev.
What did the Dean
eat
eat for breakfast?
How are we going to deduce? Is it the spoon? The spoon in Dean's pocket rather than the pen? The spoon has a coffee stain on it. Is it the bow tie? There's powdered sugar in the Dean's bow tie. The pocket watch. Dean's pocket watch is an hour slow. Note cards. The Dean has been writing a speech on note cards. It looks like he scratched lots of things out and made lots of rewrites. Or the shirt button. There's a large dark red jam stain on the Dean's shirt button. We're looking for 2. Bow tie and shirt button. Alright.
Jam on his shirt and powdered sugar on his tie. The evidence points strongly to the Dean's breakfast consisting of 1 Maybe 2 donuts.
Look at you go. Talk about very hard. Now, this one, though, okay?
What else can I tell about
What
the
else
Dean's
can I
morning?
tell about the Dean's morning? The Dean's... Oh, I'm reading the bottom thing. What else can I tell about the Dean's morning? There's a spoon in the Dean's pocket rather than the pen. The spoon has a coffee stain on it. The gumball pen. Moonbeams are playing a game this weekend. Pocket watch. The Dean's pocket watch is an hour slow. The ring. The Dean's ring is gaudy. Man, that was kind of hard to say. Well, the shirt button. The Dean's shirt was buttoned incorrectly. There's 3 that we need to choose. What have you deduced is about his morning that's different? Let's see what Jenny LeClue. Spoon. Pocket watch, okay. One more. One more. Emily carries a pen. 45 minutes slow.
The Dean had
All signs of
neglected to wind his
distracted
pocket watch.
Where the Dean
The act of a
preoccupied.
distracted man. This resulted in his whole routine being thrown off. Which might explain why he has a
Very good
spoon
job,
in his
Dad.
pocket instead of a pen.
Very good job. Very good job. Okay, he's very
You had a
acting
donut for
strange
breakfast.
though, isn't he?
Yes?
I'm
He's only a whole
guessing...
hour late. He has his pocket watch. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I would get you to pick. I'm gonna say strawberry.
Strawberry.
How did you know?
That part was easy.
It
You
doesn't
always have
matter. I
donuts for
picked both
breakfast.
raspberry and strawberry, and he says the
But
same.
something
answer.
else caught my attention.
Oh?
I think you have something on your mind, Mr. Strasberry. You are usually a picture of precision and
Something
punctuality.
was acting a little
But
weird.
today, there's a spoon in your pocket and your shirt button is undone.
My, you really are a LeClue. Your father would be so proud.
Dude is
Thanks. Well,
he's got a spoon
should be
in his
going.
pocket. But
I'm meeting your son by the lake.
Hour
And
late.
I'm meeting your mother in the library. What a small world
So
this
he's
is.
going to meet
Too small.
Julie
A
LeClue.
perfectly
Jenny's
small
mom,
world
at
with
the library.
everything in its right place.
Who would want to change that?
Pardon?
Nothing. See you on Saturday.
Oh, yes. Until we meet again, Jenny LeClue.
Alright. Talk to these guys real quick.
Left. Left.
They're trying to get the
left, damn it. What part
He said a bad word.
with?
My left or your left?
My left. Obviously, I mean my left. Why would I mean your left?
So you want me to
Alright,
move it the other
it's about to
way?
get good now. So we got
Yes.
past that one.
Nothing
They have
would
one
make
more like
me
little
happier.
loser case.
If you're not
but
careful, we're gonna
it's
have bronze brains
kinda
all
funny.
over the floor.
But it's about to get to the.
They
stuff that's
seem busy.
interesting.
I should probably lead them to it.
Alright, so we talked to what's his name. They're trying to put the head on the statue. Why is she not running? There we go. She was like, saw her floating. Alright, here we go. This is when it starts to get good.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
In her short time as a detective, Jenny had learned
Here we
never
go,
to
Ed.
ignore a ringing phone.
Hello?
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
What? CJ, is that you?
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
Really? This
Kinda-
again?
Doesn't he sound kind of like
It's
the,
me,
the Back
Jenny.
to the Future guy?
We don't need to do this.
I have no idea who you are, and I know no one by that name.
Marty!
The dog
Marty.
barks loudest before the dawn.
Fine.
I was about to ask if you've seen Back to the Future. But then I was like, of course
The
you've
early
seen Back
bird
to the
can't
Future.
catch the lazy worm.
Good. The wind blows strongly from the east.
A watched pot feels very self-conscious.
My watch
Excellent.
pot feels very
Evening
something.
sky is full of fireflies.
The last donut is the tastiest.
Ah! Jenny, it is you!
Of course it is!
I need to meet with you right
Of
away.
course it is.
Okay. Where do you want to meet?
This place will do.
Right there. Conspiracy theorists frequently jailed. for
Everyone in
public
town
outbursts,
knew that CJ was
questionable
mad,
grasp of
even
reality.
dangerous.
He's not
So this
dangerous.
guy's a conspiracy
just doesn't
theorist.
accept things at face value. Sure, he's a bit fixated on extraterrestrials, but at least he's passionate about something.
But he's
CJ
been
and Jenny
doing some
certainly
digging.
indulged each other's obsessions. But most of all,
He's the
CJ treated
kook,
Jenny
you know?
like a
Who's
colleague.
gonna believe the kook,
And not
right?
a little kid. CJ, why did we go through all that if you're right here?
Can't be too careful. Are you sure you weren't
Is Roscoe
followed?
in your room with
Who would be
you?
following me?
Shh. This place is compromised. We don't have long to talk. Now, what did you want to talk to me about?
What? You called me.
Did I? Why?
Talking to CJ was a bit like navigating a maze. You had a rough idea of where you were headed, but you couldn't be sure you'd ever get there.
I'll help you figure it out.
He is in there with you. Alright, we got 3 little clues to get on here. Yeah, of course he's sleeping in your bed.
I knew he was hiding something.
Give him
Compass
some
with strange
pets
symbols
for
where the
me.
cardinal direction should be. Looks broken. Where did you get that compass?
Ah, you spotted it. I knew you would. It belonged to my father. He left it to me to find the truth.
You're not gonna find anything with that. The needle is wandering all over the place.
So we're gonna finish this
A
little
bit like
talk.
you.
We're gonna go down to the docks because we're meeting a friend.
For what?
For them.
And they're gonna do one. We're
It's
meeting
this
a
town,
meeting a
Jenny.
friend, but
It's
we're also
ours.
meeting a client.
They're here,
We're
among
gonna solve
us.
this smaller
This
crime,
proves it.
and then we gotta go back.
Or
And
it
that's when
could
the
just be
murder's gonna
broken.
take place.
Could be.
So,
I guess we'll never know.
a couple little dialogue spots, but it should be pretty quick as I go from here. Because they're gonna get to the
Is it your birthday, CJ?
crime.
Birthday? Whose birthday? Clankson's birthday. But Clankson died on his birthday. Assassination? Possibly. Abduction? Almost certainly.
CJ,
Doesn't
the
he sound
card?
like the Back to the Future guy? The
Oh,
scientist?
it's for you. Impossible shot. Died instantly. No suspects. No human suspects, anyway.
Thanks,
And
CJ.
one
That's,
more
thoughtful.
clue. Come on.
I didn't think you'd remember.
I know what it's like to lose something important to you.
Obviously, your
Now,
dad
triple
passed
shred
away.
and incinerate that card as soon as possible! It's got my fingerprints all over it!
Yeah, he sounds just like him, don't he? Okay, last one. Okay. We can get down to the docks. Aliens are among us.
What's that sticking out of your sock?
Ah! That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I intercepted a secret message. Classified intel. It's proof, Jenny. It's happening again. It's time for us to join the fight.
Aliens are among
This
us.
doesn't look like the
and
kind of
they are
pamphlet he
coming for your
usually
pets.
makes.
Are you
It's being
prepared?
professionally printed.
Do you answer the call?
Could CJ finally be onto something?
Join Space Kids.
Oh, this is part of
Today.
a cereal box.
It's a cereal
A
box.
cereal
yeah.
box from
So
another
obviously we're talking to
space-time
the Count
continuum?
Kook,
Nope, just a regular cereal box.
but
It's an ad for a toy.
But
he's,
why?
I mean, you can kind of
Why
see
would
where
it
they're
just
going
be
with this.
lying
He's
there
the
in the
guy that's
trash?
constantly making stuff up and saying a bunch of crap nobody believes him, but then
I'm sorry,
obviously
CJ.
there's stuff going
There are
on
still great mysteries out there to solve, but this isn't one of them.
in the background.
So what's the plan now?
Library.
And
Research.
where is he going?
Very important. Very
He's
hush
going
hush.
to
They
the
let you back
where?
in?
Not yet. But I've got this hat now.
Who's also
It
going
wasn't
to
your
the
head that
library?
needed covering.
No, for disguise.
I know, CJ. What is it this time? More UFOs? Radio wave mind control?
A globally connected communication network used exclusively to view pictures of cats?
Jenny, you sound crazy. I'm just preparing my defense for the hearing.
Is this because you tried to hypnotize Mrs. Brown's prize poodle?
No, that was last week. It's because I peed in the water tower.
CJ, that's gross.
CJ.
And this is the
else
thanks
is
I
going
get
to
for
the
saving
library,
everyone from the mind control chemicals.
Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
But CJ was gone.
CJ, I know you're standing behind the phone booth. I just watched you walk over there.
No, I'm not.
Okay then, bye.
See you later.
Alright, here we go.
Hey!
Ah! Damn, that's the third time today.
Oops.
Hi, Jenny. Great job solving that case today. It's really cute the way that you and your mom work together. I wish I was that close with my parents.
Enough chit-chat.
Got anything new for me?
Oh, yes. This is the real deal, hot off the press. I haven't had a chance to distribute these yet, so keep them to yourself.
Ada and Jenny belonged to one of the oldest societies in Arthurton. An eclectic band of treasure hunters, collectors, creators, and dealers. Together, they were
You still with
known
me, Ab, or are
as
you asleep?
Sticker Club. For generations, Gumboldt students had been hiding and finding stickers all over town. Officially, Jenny was too young to join, but she'd found so many stickers on her own that they'd made her an honorary member.
Let's see. Nice crisp edges, rich colors. Very tacky.
Thanks. I spent all week making these.
If only you spend as much time in your schoolwork, you might not be failing my mom's class.
Jenny thought to herself.
It's to celebrate the dean's retirement. I'm super sad that he's leaving, but...
It's a perfect reason to make new stickers.
Exactly.
Wish she said stickers.
Oh, we're going on an epic sticker hunt before the dean's party. You should join us.
Even if Jenny had wanted to
I
join
have a
them,
feeling you've
And I
fallen
don't.
asleep.
she knew she'd be stuck with her cousin all
I'm
weekend.
gonna stream till the murder part happens, and that way you
Thanks,
can
but
just
I work alone.
watch it if you did fall
Oh,
asleep.
okay. See you around,
And that way
Jenny.
you'll have the video thing and know what's going on. And I'm gonna stream earlier tomorrow. Alright, let's get going.
Lake Nowhere, 1 mile.
Stop! Perfect. Hold it right there. Okay, let her go.
Oh dear.
That was ominous.
Yeah. It kinda was, wasn't it?
Detective for hire. Jenny had saved up the whole summer to place an ad in the local paper, but no one had answered it. Until now. What could this new case be? Her imagination ran wild, picturing the possibilities. And so, after helping her mum at Gumboldt College, she hurried to the pier at Lake Nowhere to rendezvous with her new client and crack another thrilling case.
She's excited. Alright. Is Jenny near the edge of the woods? She heard a sudden strange sound.
What the?
Hey, kid! What's
where you're going.
Hey, screw you! Your wrench nearly cracked my head open.
Oh no! It's not damaged, is it? That's my lucky wrench.
Yeah, lucky it didn't kill me. When's this upgrade gonna be finished anyway?
Look, kid, I just go where they tell me.
Look, kid.
Every night, another power surge. Every morning, another part of the grid fry. And I'm out here fixing it. Do I get any thanks?
Do
No.
I get any thanks?
What's causing all the outages?
At the moment, a little red-headed girl. Now throw me my wrench, kid.
I'm gonna ask more questions.
Looks like I have all the leverage. So tell me, what exactly is taking so long with these repairs? Apart from shoddy workmanship, that is.
Hey, we're busting our butts to keep your lights on. These lines should be lasting for decades, but they're burning out after just a few weeks. It's the strangest thing. Anyway, toss me my wrench. But be careful. It's a family heirloom.
I'm gonna ask another question.
But what could
Because I can.
possibly be using that much power?
You're killing me, little girl.
Arthurton's a tiny town. The mines are practically shut down. So what could it be? Surely someone must know.
All I know is I got 3 more jobs today, and I can't finish any of them without my wrench. So, will you please just give it back already?
Fine, I've got bigger fish to fry.
Thanks, kid.
As Jenny stepped out of the dark forest, she saw warm sunlight reflecting off the cool lake. And next to that, something even cooler. Keith Stroudsbury.
Come on, Keith! Dance like you beat it! Not so much grinding.
Oh, Keith, what are you doing?
Not everyone saw it, but to Jenny, there was something special about Keith.
He's just happy being himself.
Nothing seemed to bother him.
Not even having to dance in a costume for $1 an hour.
But Jenny was not so laid back,
Not when it comes to standing up for a friend.
especially her only friend.
Alright. I gotta restore his dignity.
I think there's been enough dancing for one day, don't you? Hey, Jenny. Hello. Susan. Actually, I prefer Susie. Busy laughing while others earn a living, Susan? Not everyone's got your dad's money, I guess.
Ooh. Shot her down.
Jenny! Hi!
Tall and handsome, with intense, mysterious eyes. Cool should have been his middle name, instead of Tarquin. But Keith was so cool, he didn't even mind.
Give me 1 minute. I'm just finishing
Sure. Don't let me interrupt your work.
my shift ends.
In 15 minutes, I know. I'm early. I'm meeting a client over at the dock. Paid case. Could be big. Real big.
Real big.
Couldn't be as big as her head.
My mic, sorry.
Wow, that's really...
Impressive? Maybe. All I care about is keeping this town crime-free.
Crime free.
The only crime here is that haircut.
Back in a minute, Keith. I'll have the usual.
Sweet tooth this time.
6 sugars, a splash of milk, and a dash of cinnamon.
You got it.
Alright, so these guys.
How about now?
Move it to the left a bit.
What's he doing up there?
Not now, kid. We're busy.
Any better?
No, keep going.
Now?
Yes, it's working. Hold it right there.
That's what all the fuss is about?
Not this guy again.
What is that?
Again.
Whatever it is, it's not my music. Maybe it's jazz?
I'm trying to listen.
You shush. I'm the DJ. I'm in charge.
When's this party getting started, boys?
Oh, just a few more minutes.
How are we supposed to dance to this?
I think we're losing them.
Another station must be interfering with the signal.
But there aren't any other stations in Arthurton. Wait! All these wires must be acting as a giant antenna.
Jenny listened closely to the mysterious transmission. It was like no other radio broadcast she'd heard before.
Hold it steady!
Sorry, I'm trying.
That's just getting worse. You might as well come down.
No, wait! I can almost make out what they're saying.
But just like that, the sound faded away.
What did you do?
That's no use. Come on.
Alright, what I
We
think
gotta
I'm
get
gonna do
this
is I'm
equipment
gonna
back to the
finish
department by
the
6.
last loser case, and then I'll cancel. I'll like.
Jenny was so lost in contemplation,
I know
she'd
you're
almost
sleeping.
forgotten the case at hand.
My client. I'm supposed to meet her at the dock.
It's 2:30 in the morning. Definitely gotta finish this. I'll stream tomorrow.
Danger. No swimming. Sounds safe.
See if I can
How do I
move
get
it.
this ladder down?
I think it's that you kick it.
I'm getting a kick out of this.
Shake it.
Arthurtonian workmanship at its finest.
Let's see, does it let you do it again? No, it doesn't. Okay.
Arthurtonian workmanship at its finest.
I'm gonna do it again because there's a. You'll see in a second. Just because let me
Arthurtonian
get-
workmanship at its
just
finest.
Give me the push it. No, it doesn't. Okay. Sorry. Gotta see that multiple times. It's
still
gonna make me go
stuck.
talk to people to do the same thing again. One of the guys like, you have to shake it, kick it, and then push it.
Aha! Got you this time, you slippery fella.
You slippery fella.
Ah, shucks. Just another boot.
Another boot.
Excuse me, Mr. Humdrum.
Oh my!
Well, it's
If it isn't
another
little
boot.
Jenny LeClue.
He caught
What a
more than
glorious
one.
day, don't you think?
As far as Jenny was concerned, small talk was like a second pair of underpants. Uncomfortable and completely unnecessary.
But Mom always says, create a good rapport and they'll reveal everything to you.
So she gave it a shot.
How's the fishing?
Oh, the fishing's great.
Oh,
But the catching is bad. All I'm getting are old boots and strange bits of metal. But just look out there, Jenny. She's got that wonderful afternoon glow.
No one knew why the lake glowed at night, and few were brave enough to swim its murky waters.
Interesting that
What lay
danger-
beneath its depths was the
No
stuff
swimming
of
sign with
myth
the
and
rock.
legend.
Isn't that what the guy did? the
Somewhere
boat
out there lies the giant red herring, or so they say.
But no one's ever caught one. Sounds fishy to me.
Well, if she's out there, I'll catch her. Someday.
Great. Well, now that we have a good rapport, where can I find Mrs. Humdrum?
Well, she's down there on the ridge.
Alright.
Only one problem. I think the ladder is broken.
Ah, yes. There's a knack to it. First you shake it, then you kick it, and then you push it.
Sounds unnecessarily complicated.
I'll join you down there in a bit. Just have to sort my tackle out.
Push it, shake it, then you kick it, then you. Alright. Go there. Shake it, kick it, push it.
Aha! That did the trick. Mrs. Humdrum, I presume?
Oh, hello! You?
I'm the private detective you contacted. The code word is Purple Panda. I'm here to solve your case.
Who is it, Dan?
It's Jenny, dear, the LeClue girl. She doesn't see so well without her glasses.
Oh, hello, Jenny. I'm afraid I don't see so well without my glasses.
Nothing wrong with her hearing, though.
What did she say?
I said there's nothing wrong with your hearing, dear.
Oh, no, thank you. I've already eaten.
I believe you have a case for me?
We do. We do.
Great. So what's the trouble? Haunted by the ghost of a former lover? Worried you're being poisoned by a mad uncle? Something so dark and gruesome I can't even begin to imagine the horror?
Well, I've lost my reading glasses.
Oh.
And there it was, a real case. A confounding mystery to challenge Jenny's brilliant mind.
I thought this was finally going to be a good one.
What do you think, Jenny? Can you help?
Sure, Mr. Humdrum. I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
His name is Humdrum. Because this case is lame.
Looks freshly blow-dried. A professional job. Your hair looks lovely today, Mrs. Humdrum. Is that a new style?
Thank you. I had it done yesterday. Dan didn't notice.
Dan didn't notice.
They call it the Queen's Coif.
Well, it's certainly big.
And expensive.
But I'm worth it, Dan.
Who could put a price on that beautiful head of hair?
You're not so bad yourself, hot stuff.
Gross.
I've never been interrogated before. This is such fun.
Jenny recognized the distinctive indentations left behind by a pair of spectacles.
She must have been wearing them recently. You still have marks from your glasses on the bridge of your nose. You probably lost them within the last day or two.
Oh, I never would have thought of that.
When do you last remember wearing them?
I'm really not sure. Dan?
You had him at your Tuesday book club.
Oh, yes. We're reading 50 Shady Graves. You really are very good.
The best.
How long have you been solving mysteries? But
I'll ask the questions, thank you. Do you often carry a pair of binoculars?
She doesn't go anywhere without them.
I presume you don't wear your glasses when you use the binoculars.
no, I can't get my eyes close enough to the eye cups.
I see.
What's next? Fingerprints? Oh, polygraph test? It's like you're reading my mind.
I keep hitting the mic, I'm sorry.
I expect you're finding it difficult to paint without your glasses.
Oh no, I never wear them when I paint. I like to feel the canvas, to interpret the colors.
She's an incredible painter. You should have her paint you.
Thanks, but I don't mix business with pleasure.
With
Have you
pleasure.
figured it out yet? The suspense
I
is
don't
killing
mix
me.
business with pleasure.
Jenny had often snuck through the hole in the fence at Grubman's to watch the races. She could understand why the dogs ran so hard. They were chasing the promise of food. What the adults were chasing was less relatable.
I notice you're a gambler, Mrs. Humdrum. You've been to the Greyhound races.
That was yesterday.
We always go to Grubman's on Wednesday.
Did you take your binoculars with you?
Of course. Those little critters are so far away. I can't keep up without my binoculars.
Interesting.
I feel like you know more about me than I do.
Alright, one more. And then I'll be able to finish up. Something to do with this. Easy. Okay, where is this last one? Searched all this. Okay. There we go.
That's a large hole. She must have caught it on something. Did you have trouble climbing down the ladder, Mrs. Humdrum?
Why, yes, I did. How on earth did you know?
There's a tear in your pants pocket.
Well, what do you know? I didn't realize these pants even had pockets. You are so thorough. Any more questions?
I think I have everything I need to wrap this one up.
Okay, so where are Gail's
Where
glasses?
are Gail's glasses?
Gail doesn't wear her glasses while painting. There's a hole in Gail's right leg pocket. The betting slip. Gail was in the Greyhound races on Tuesday night. She took her binoculars. Was it the binoculars? Gail removes her glasses when she uses the binoculars. Gail doesn't wear her glasses while painting. Gail visited the hairdresser on Tuesday morning. Gail's hair is fluffy, a bouffant. Oh, and pocket. There's a hole in Gail's right leg pocket. Okay, so where are Gail's glasses? I'm gonna give you a second because you'll watch it later and be able to determine what you think it is. What do you think? Hole in pocket, you gotta pick 3. Haircut, hole in pocket, painting, betting slip, binoculars. I'm gonna give it count. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So where are Gail's glasses? I'll tell you whether. I think it's these two.
Gail was at the races last night. She had to remove her glasses to use the binoculars. Gail also had her hair cut recently. It's fluffy and big, and could easily hide a small object.
Solving a complex mystery like the case of the missing glasses was tough work. But now came the most satisfying part, delivering the dramatic denouement.
I wonder as a mystery writer.
It could have happened to anyone. Why fate picked this poor woman, we may never know.
Who's she talking to, Dan?
Who is she talking to?
She's working.
Our victim. A simple-minded but well-meaning lady with mild myopia and a keen sense of fashion.
Oh, I think that's me, Dan.
A fruitless day at the racetrack. An act of instinct lost in the heat of the moment. One hand reaching for a pair of binoculars. The other moving a pair of reading glasses aside.
That's what happened.
Picture the glamorous yet impractical coiffure, tall enough to conceal a small object.
It's almost like I'm there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I posit that these missing glasses are not missing at all. They are, in fact, hiding in the victim's elaborate web of hair.
Oh, so they are. of my head.
Incredible! What a talent!
They're always in the last place you look, aren't they?
A master detective in the making.
What would we have done without you?
Gale, don't forget to pay the girl.
Oh, of course, silly me. You must be rewarded generously for all your hard work. Now don't spend it all in one place.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
I'm doing my best. Alright, so. Alright. I'm gonna go back, talk to these people real quick, and just kind of end this chapter on the thing.
Are you ready, Keith?
Wow, what an amazing detective.
Glasses on her head. Who could have guessed? Oh, you heard.
Whatever would we do without Master Investigator Jenny LeClue?
I thought it was pretty cool, Jenny.
And a whole nickel! You must be so excited.
Yeah, that's more than her mom makes in a month.
Come on, guys. Let's all just... Hey, Jenny, my grandma called. She wants her sweater back.
Oh, how wonderful it was to joke around with friends.
I've had enough of this.
Be really mean. The girl needs
Skirt ironed but unevenly. The work of a distracted housewife. Brand new, hideously overpriced shoes. Overcompensating father. Your dad's sleeping with Deborah's mom again, isn't he? What? No! How do you... Shut up, Jenny! You don't know anything!
Wow, Jenny, that was cruel.
Who even says something like that? Aw, don't cry, Veronica. She's just a weirdo nobody!
Jenny, let who?
Jenny just freaking...
In the case of the missing...
Wrong low, bro.
Yeah, good one, Veronica. Come on, let's get you home. Are you coming, Susie?
Thanks for the coffee, Keith. And the extra sugar.
Of course. It's...
Nothing special at all, and the same thing he does for everyone.
Oh, okay. See you around, Keith.
Sense of jealousy, I see.
Well, that went well. Shall we?
Yeah. I've got no customers now anyway.
Alright, this is where it'll end. We'll have this conversation on the pier, and I'll be able to save my gameplay, and we'll pick back up from here.
Nothing exciting ever happens here. I'm so tired of these simple cases. Ugh. How am I supposed to become a real detective if there are no real crimes to solve?
You helped that old lady? Darn.
Thanks, Keith. But it was stupid, and everyone knew it. Including your girlfriend.
She's not my...
And you really mustn't let them treat you like that. You should stick up for yourself.
They don't mean anything.
Sometimes you just gotta speak up and say how you feel.
Well,
You can't just let people walk all over you, Keith.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter anyway. Nothing's gonna change. Not in this ghost town.
It's not so bad.
Don't you ever wonder what it would be like to live somewhere else?
Oh, not really.
Who am I kidding? There is nowhere else. Not for miles.
Oh, shucks.
I see practice is going well. Is your dad still pressuring you to play?
Well...
Come on, Keith. You hate basketball. and tough love, but you're the worst player on the team.
Not the worst.
Well, on the bench anyway. Why don't you just tell him you don't want to play anymore?
It's a Strawberry tradition.
That's my point, Keith. This whole town is dead, stuck in the past. Everyone is just doing what they're told without questioning why. Where's the ambition, the sense of adventure?
Are we still talking about basketball?
Trick shot.
How's your mom?
She seems distracted. Normally, she's so focused on her job. I mean, it's understandable. It's been almost a year since... And now she's planning to go away for the weekend, and she still won't tell me why.
Yeah?
She was definitely acting weird earlier.
Maybe she's lonely?
You know what? You're right.
I am?
She shouldn't be alone right now. Actually, your dad told me they were meeting in the library. We're going to need supplies. 2 of Mr. Bean's finest, please. To go, of course. Here is my payment in full.
That's a nickel.
Put the rest on my tab? Thanks for the pep talk, Keith. You always know what to say to make me feel better.
Last stone. You want it?
Thanks.
Thank
Woohoo! Bullseye!
Interesting.
Keith was an excellent listener. Or maybe he just didn't speak much. Either way, Jenny really enjoyed their little talks. He was the only person who really seemed to understand her. Jenny biked briskly towards the library back on campus to surprise her mother. Nothing exciting ever happens here, she grumbled, unaware of the great adventure that lay in store just around the corner.
All right, I'm gonna stop here. Yep, we'll stop right here, and it's about to get really good because we're about to get to what the game's truly all about. So I will end the stream, and we'll stop from here. I had it just saved. All right.